While making money was good, having meaningful work and meaningful relationships was far better. To me, meaningful work is being on a mission I become engrossed in, and meaningful relationships are those I have with people I care deeply about and who care deeply about me. Hey, since I'm 500 miles away from my home office and my studio, out here in nature, away from my everyday routine and my daily habits, I thought I'd make a different type of video for you guys today. Instead of the usual practical advice about saving and investing money, I wanted to share some of my own personal core principles about how I view money, my mindsets, and some fundamental beliefs that I live my life by. Now, I've made plenty of big mistakes with money in my life, and even to this current day, I still think I make some small mistakes along the way, but it's through these first-hand experiences that these following 5 principles have become truths for the rest of my life. And I'm gonna read them off my notes, otherwise I'm gonna lose light out here in nature. So principle number 1 is that money can buy happiness, but only to a point. The old cliche is something that I know you've heard a million times before, but it's so damn true. Having more money will not necessarily make you happier. So here's an analogy. Money is like oxygen. If you don't have enough, it's terrifying and potentially life-threatening. But once you do have enough, the abundance affords you luxuries, convenience, and time, not necessarily happiness directly. And remember, there are plenty of rich but miserable people out there. Principle number 2, I've said this a lot before, but I'll say it again. Spend less than you make and avoid lifestyle creep at all costs. This is very hard when you're younger, since you're probably swimming in debt, not making much money, and figuring out your career. But remember that if you develop this mindset early, the rest of your life will be so much easier. If you can learn how to live on $40,000 when you make $50,000 a year, you can certainly live on $70,000 when you make $100,000. And in terms of debt, avoid credit card debt like it's your worst enemy, and become debt-free as fast as you can. Holding on to bad debt is the biggest thing keeping you from building wealth. Principle number 3 is that time is your most valuable asset in more ways than one. When you hear the term, make your money work for you, what most people don't realize is that time is the most important variable in that equation. If you can figure out how to start saving and investing wisely in your 20s, and let that strategy play out conservatively over your 30s, 40s, and 50s, you'll never have to worry about money ever again. And something else that I've come to realize is that time is money and money is time. And the older and more financially stable I've become, I've clearly started to see how important time is, because it's ultimately the only finite resource that we all have in this life. And once money becomes abundant in life, figure out how to get more time. Time to spend with your friends, your family, and working on your goals and passions that are important to you. Principle number 4 is don't compare yourself to others, or at least do so way less than you do now. This applies to having money, having nicer things, and even having a lifestyle that's painted and skewed by social media. And don't worry, this happens to most of us over the course of our lives, but you have to realize that status is often a trap. Don't spend money that you don't have to impress other people. Rather, focus on spending money that actually brings you fulfillment and meaning into your life. And that brings me to principle number 5. Use your money wisely to live the life that you want, pursue the goals and passions that inspire you, and to build the relationships that matter most in your life. Like I've mentioned before, money is a very essential tool in building that life, but far from the most important thing. Everyone will have a very different relationship with money in their life, how they make that money, how they spend that money, but making money for the sake of money is intrinsically an empty goal. Instead, intentionally and continuously figure out the life that you want to lead. What will bring you meaning, challenge, and fulfillment? What passions and goals do you want to pursue in life? And what legacy do you want to leave behind for your family, your friends, and your community? Once you figure that part out first, then you can use money to build the life that you want. Hey, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments below which one of these principles resonates most with you. And if you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a like. And if you want to see more weekly videos on how to get wiser with your money, please consider subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. Hello?
Coyote near you.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Where?